What's up, everybody? Jay Leone back here again today with another video review. Today we're looking at a sub-ohm tank, a little bit of a unique sub-ohm tank. There's a lot of sub-ohm tanks in the market nowadays. This one's got its special features, which we'll go over. This is the Cerabis tank from Ceravape. It's a sub-ohm tank that uses ceramic coils. I'm going to tell you where I got it, how much it costs, and some specs on it here. So this one came from vapordna.com. It's $29.99 on their website. Again, it's a ceramic coil sub-ohm tank. Some quick specs for you. It's 23 millimeters in diameter. It holds 4 mils of juice. It's top fill. You got the patented close and open design, which you'll see in the close-ups here. Adjustable juice flow control. Comes with a vertical ceramic 0.8 ohm coil and also a vertical ceramic 0.4, 0.5 ohm. They're saying 0.4 to 0.5 ohm. The 0.8 ohm is going to be able to go to 30 to 60 watts, and the 0.5 ohm is going to go 30 to 80 watts. Self-cleaning, solid ceramic core, food grade nanometer ceramic. Manufacturer states supposed to last 25 times longer than cotton-based coils. It's got a glass window and a 6 millimeter bore stealth Delrin drip tip. Silver plated 510 contact. So those are some of your quick specs on this little guy here. Let's go down to the table and let's take a closer look at this and we'll discuss it a little bit more. Alright, everybody, so here we are up close with the Cerabis tank from Ceravape. It does come with this cloudy sleeve over it. Throw that aside. You will obviously have a tank in here. Mine's set aside. You open it up. You will see one ceramic coil equals 24 cotton coils. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but I have my experiences with it, and I'll explain. So yeah, this is the spare coil that comes with it right here. You do have your airflow slots down at the bottom, right there. And you have wicking slots right here. You have two of them, one on each side. You have an O-ring here and an O-ring here. There's the pin on it. See down there, it is a ceramic element with the coil inside, just like the Vaporesso coils, the C-cell coils. Very similar, but I don't know if you can get a glance at how big these actually are. They are very big coils. This one here that I have in my hand, it's a 0.5 and it's rated between 30 to 80 watts. It does also come with a 0.8 or 0.9 coil, which is rated from 30 to like 50 watts, I believe. And that's the one I'm using right now. I haven't used this one, so we'll set that one aside. And then underneath that cover, you will get a couple of these like colored rings. I guess you could put them on the top and the bottom of the device to give the device some styled looks. Some spare O-rings and an instruction manual down here at the bottom. So that is packaging on the Cerabis tank. Now let's show you the Cerabis tank itself. So here it is in black. They also make a stainless version of this, I believe. It says Ceravape with their company logo right on the front of the device. You do have big Hooven, and yes, Hooven airflow slots down at the bottom. It's not as airy as I thought it was going to be. It's kind of a restrictive draw, which personally I really like. You have these knurlings here at the top. You have knurling at the bottom. You have knurling here. The airflow is very tight on this. I kind of like it. When it's on a mod, it's a lot easier, but it is tight, and you could adjust it, and it does have stop points. So once you get too much one way, see, it's sometimes too tight, though, that you accidentally, I don't know if you just saw that, unscrew the bottom from it. But there you go. That's that 510 pin with some markings and some branding here. Cerabis, made by Ceravape. It is not a protruding 510. I mean, it protrudes a little bit, but definitely not use it on a hybrid. Do not use it on a hybrid. This tank is unique. It's definitely unique. You say, what's unique about it? It looks like a sub-ohm tank. Well, it's a sub-ohm tank that uses ceramic coils to start. And basically, you can just squeeze down on this. Boom. And it closes it off. It seals the coil so no juice gets to the coil. This is how you would fill it. You just clunk, and then you take the top cap, which is knurled, so it's easy to get off. And boom, you got juice slots there. You have this spit back protection you can see here in the center, which actually does work. I do not get spit back, which is great. And you fill your juice up in there, screw your top cap back on. And one of the issues I get with this, every time I screw the top cap on, I get juice. You can see that juice around there. Always. It never fails. Always. So, yeah, I don't know what that is. If it's caught in the threads and then when you're screwing it on, it gets all over. Then when you're done filling it, you just go wonk and you open her up and you're good to go. Now, I have had it leak in the process of doing this out of the bottom airflow hole. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just mine. I had it leak twice on me. It hasn't done it since. And you do also have, which I'll show you, you have, see the juice slot right there? It's kind of hard because the bubble keeps getting in my way. See a juice slot right there. If you grab it from this section here and hold here, you can actually turn and close those off. So you can see it moving right there. It goes behind this area and then it's blocked off. So you do have juice flow control on this also. Drip tip on here, pretty standard wide bore here. Double O-ring on the base. You could put your own 510s in there if you choose so. And yeah, that is the Cerabis tank up close and personal. Let's go talk about it a little more. Alright, so you saw the up close on the Cerabis tank by Ceravape. It's definitely a unique sub-ohm tank, you know, with the close and open feature that you have to close off the juice, top fill, adjustable airflow, nice drip tip on it. You got the glass windows you can see, you could adjust your juice flow control. It's got all the things you would want in a sub-ohm tank, but it's also got ceramic coils. These ceramic coils, let's start with the ceramic coils. The coils themselves are fantastic. I've been using the same coil for 3 weeks now. A week ago, I cleaned it. I emptied the tank out. I dry fired the coil. I pulsed it till it was dry, and filled it back up with juice. Vaped it perfectly fine. I had a little bit of weird taste for the first 2 or 3 puffs on it. Went away. It's like a brand new coil. It started hitting good again. Like, it started to lack in performance. I felt that I had to ramp it up more. So probably because it was gunked up and stuff. But I did clean it, and then after that, it was like it was brand new again. So that's fantastic. So I don't know how long these are going to last, but I have a feeling they're going to last a long, long while. If they last a month, 2 months, that's unbelievable. The coils go for $4.99 a piece, so they're not super cheap. But if they last a month or more, it's totally worth it. Not a problem whatsoever. So the coils are fantastic. Now about the sub-ohm tank itself. Airflow on it, it's a restrictive lung hit. That's wide open. It's a restrictive lung hit. So it's not the area sub-ohm tank. If you're looking for something super airy and cloud chasing status, this isn't it. It does produce a nice cloud. Does have decent airflow. A little bit restrictive. I like it like that. The flavor seems to be really good on these coils. Probably the best on a sub-ohm tank. And I know I've said that multiple times, but now this is my new favorite sub-ohm tank as far as flavor goes. No spit back on this whatsoever. Yeah, it's a lot of pros. You know, the closing down the area here to fill it is easy. It's nice. But this isn't without its cons, and it has quite a few cons. One con is the leaking on this. I got leaking on it the first 2 times when I shut it down and filled it and opened it back up. It leaked out of the air holes in the bottom twice. Now, every time I fill it, I get juice all up and down the top of it. So from the top threads here. I don't know what that's a result of. And every time I fill it, I find my hands filled with juice. I don't know where the juice comes from, but it's on my hands, it's on my mod. Every time I fill it, it's just a hassle. It's a real pain in the butt. It makes me not want to ever fill this thing. It really is a pain to fill because there's a leaking. I mean, it's not a pain to fill because it's easy to fill, but the leaking, I don't know where it's coming from, and I don't know if it's my tank alone. The other con is this whole feature here. The top sometimes likes to move down and close up, and then you don't realize it until you get this nasty hit on it, and you're like, oh crap, and you pull it up. Sometimes it moves just slightly down, and it causes an issue. Some people are going to find a con that you need to bump a lot more power through these than you would your traditional coils, because the ceramic takes a little longer to heat up, so it does have this little bit of a delay. I mean, if you could remedy that by bumping it up. So yeah, I got it 50 watts. It's a 0.89, 6.67 volts on this coil. And yeah, it takes it. It takes it. The flavor is really nice. It's somewhat warm of a vape at 50 watts, but it kills a lot of that ramp up time that you do get. It could be a con with some people having to use that much power on a 0.89 ohm coil, but they do have the 0.5, which I haven't tried yet. I'm sure it's just as good. I'm just going to require a little less power and heat up a little quicker. So those are some pros, some cons. In the end, do I recommend it? It's a hesitant recommend on this. I hesitantly recommend this to people because of the leaking. If you have one and you're not having the leaking problems, great. Then it means it's a perfect or pretty close to perfect ceramic sub-ohm tank, because I think this thing is flawless outside of the leaking problem. Knowing how it leaks on me and how I'm always getting juice everywhere, I would not buy it again, to tell you the truth. The flavor is just really good and the performance is great. The life of the coils is great, but there's certain things where every time I fill it, I just don't want to have a handful of juice in my hand. So take it for what it is. Watch some other reviews. See what other reviewers say. Get some more opinions. But I do think it's a great sub-ohm tank outside of the leaking problem that it has. So that's pretty much it, guys. That was the Cerabis tank from Ceravape. And I thank you all for watching. I'll put a subscription link down here in the corner. And until next time, live well and vape on.